Oh, it's not just my rod. Reel as well. J braid, some J thread. New cod setup. Murray Cod setup. Never caught a Murray Cod. I hope I do after spending all this money. Blade floating around here somewhere. I'll have to find that. So that is the new TD Black Glide Driver 73XH SB. So it's an extra heavy spin, limited edition. I purely went for that one over the Tatula, just purely based on the price. So I've got a fixed amount of money to do all this stuff, and yeah, so I went for that one. She's a solid looking bit of gear. Again, because of the budget, I didn't get the I forget the reel. I went for the Lexa CC 300H. It's got 10 kilos of drag. Look at that. Smooth. And that feels solid too, so yep. I'm going to fill that up with, what am I going to do, 50 pound Island Blue J-braid Grand. And then I'll run, so I've got 50 pound J thread. Should do the job anyway. Might get some 60 for the bigger lures. But yep, that's that. So exciting. A couple of other things. I went to PCF the other day, and these are all on special. I don't even know if they catch any on these, to be honest with you, but these are line through trout. Got them for $5. So I've got a bunch of those. These are $5 as well. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get some of the better known ones that are known to catch trout, Murray Cod. But I couldn't hurt to have these as backups. If I lose some lures, I'll have some other backups, just cheaper backups. Got a couple of these. These are more for some bass. I get when the bass season kicks in. Try and get some bass on the mice. Bought some of these Savage Gear 3D swim mullet. Yeah, those aren't special as well, so they're more for, I'll go more for trout, but more for flathead with those. I reckon I'll do alright for the flatties in the lake here. Got 3 different colours there. Should be able to catch a fish, hopefully. Yep. I'm going to carry on with that and come back here and have a look at that. Real nice. Nice cork grips. I'm not real keen on the chromey looking finish, but should be right. Like I said, it's the price range that mattered. Still not cheap, but there it is. So I just wanted to show you guys something when I was drilling in the back of the boat, and you may not have been able to see, or you may not have wondered, or what, but the hole that I drilled is way down under there. So it's up under, you can see that it's got that pinch weld on it, the bit that comes down, it's actually just past that and that way. So you may or may not have been wondering how I would have been able to drill that, because the drill definitely didn't fit in there. And I just wanted to show you what I used. It's this thing here. Now, that thing there. And it's actually impact driver driven 90-degree driver, so it's actually for tech bits and stuff like that. But I just happen to have some impact driver driven drill bits, so I was able to get that biggest one in there, which is not really ideal. It's not as big as I'd like it to be, but that's what I ended up using. Get that hole. I ended up putting that piece of wire back in there and having another flog at it with the drill, and it actually started a nice steady stream coming out of there, so it's flowing good. If I need to, I can always just stick it back in and do it again. So I realised, I went back and had a look, and you couldn't see the lures that I said I got for the flathead and bass. So that's these ones here. Those are all pretty good colours. I don't normally go for unnatural colours like that, but sometimes I get sucked in by pretty colours. So I'm like everyone, likes pretty colours. So and that was the other bass lure. It's the Rad Rat, 3D Rad Rat. So he's only, that big, but he'll be good. I reckon you'll get some bass on that. Some of the bigger ones will take him for sure. So they were all on special, so got those. Yep. Put the covers on the seats. Put everything back together. I've put that back on. I've put that back in. Put a bit of Duralac on those screws. They're my seat covers. Come with the boat. It's actually quite comfortable. Quite comfortable, those seats. Not too bad at all. Good foam. I had to take them off to dry them off after it got all wet after the rain. So I was going to do a review of the boat for you. This is a Sportsman 1554 by POLARKRAFT. It's an American-made tinny. America, they like their fiberglass, and you can't blame them because they do ride well. But this boat rides very well. It's only 4.7 metres, and it's a narrow little boat, except for the back here. She's got a good wide back, but so that 50 on the back there, it absolutely flogs. I've had it up to 56 k/h is the fastest I've had this boat. So it goes real quick. So it's got the Mercury 4-banger 50 on the back. There's the fuel tank in there. I think it's about 40 odd litres. I put that fuel water separator in. Didn't have it. You want that on a boat, or on anything really. There's a bilge pump and plumbed live well pump and aerator. Fuel cap, I don't like this. It doesn't have a lock on it. I've got to do something to lock that. A mate of mine had his tank filled up by water by a bunch of little rats, so I'm in a bit of a better area than what he was, but I don't want that to happen. It's got the Minn Kota Edge 45. It's a good little thing. It doesn't have spot hold though, which is something I'd like to get at some point. But unfortunately, the cover that I've just had made for this boat is made to go with that. So there's a rod locker here. You got 3 slots in there for rods to slide into, but there's nothing to hold the rods on the side here. So I want to put something there to sort that out. maybe lift this up a bit, give myself a bit more room. That done. So that's that. That's the live well tank over there. Anchor, well, there's also got the nav lights in there, and plug into that. Nav lights plug in here. It's on a little stick, goes in there. So there's a nav light just stuck in there like that with the anchor. There's your live well here. Crappie pot, which we don't use in Australia. We don't have crappie, so I don't even know what that's for. Yep, I said I'll put my bar on. Looks the goods. Happy with that. Trailer's solid gal trailer, made by POLARKRAFT as well, by the looks of it. This little screw here I just found earlier, it's got no nut on the back of it, so I've got to fix that. I think there's a bit of ply or something back there that's holding all this stuff together. There's only that one, but there was another one of these on the opposite side that was loose as well. I've tightened that up. I'll probably have to pull them out again at some point and put some Duralac on them. The problem I was having as well, I've got to seal all these lids. I've got to seal this lid, I've got to seal that. I might even have to, I'm going to have to stick a flex around it because it is welded on and riveted, so I can't just take the rivets off and then rivet it back on. But it's got to be Sikaflex, otherwise it fills up with water. I don't know what I'm going to do about that because this gets water in the gap here and it just sits, because it's got that lip and just sits there. That might be one I might have to just live with. Got storage under these seats, so the water that comes in the deck here, I've got to seal all under this as well, because you can see that the drain is up a bit higher, and when the water gets up to it, it just seeps through here. And then also, the reason I was drilling those holes over there to get the water out is because that same floor comes up under these batteries and it's not sealed, so the water comes up and it sits up under there and I can't get it out. There's no way to get it out without drilling that hole and getting it out like that. Like I said, the deck got really slippery with ice, so I've got to put some good deck anti-grip on there. I'm not sure what I was going to get U-deck, but I'm not sure, 100% sure I'm going to get that now because I've rung them twice. Twice she said she's going to get back to me and she hasn't. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. This here I'm going to take off at some point and have a look under there, because I've just bought it hasn't been delivered yet, but I've just bought the Garmin live scope and a Garmin 95 SV UHD whatever 9-inch screen. So this Lowrance one will get taken off. Well, no, actually the live scope screen's going up the front, so that take that off and I'll put the black box under there, and probably use this mount to put a pedestal on here for the screen, because I've got my seat here. I'll make a bracket to mount the foot pedal for the Minn Coda up the front there, providing I've got enough room. Now, one of the issues that with this boat, and it's an awesome, like I said, awesome boat, but and I don't even think they make these boats anymore this size. I know they do a couple of sizes bigger, and that'd be really nice, but this is what I got. I bought it second hand, so this is what I was able to get in Australia. But yeah, I'm only a short ass, right? And that is a tight fit for me. This is a tight fit for me. Like if you were over my height, 5'8", 5'8.5", whatever I am, I don't know, but something like that, you wouldn't fit in there. No way. But luckily I'm a short ass and I fit. Like it's still tight, but one of my legs has got to go out there. But I'm happy with it. I'm not that, like I said earlier, I'm not that fussy. So now I've just got to quickly clean the windscreen, clean the outboard cover, because I've got to put that cover back on and it pulls up over that, and I don't want dirt on there to scratch it, so gonna do that and then call it a day. So that's the cover I had made at RICHOS Mobile Boat Covers, and it fits real good. Well, I haven't had a chance to tow the boat with that cover on it yet, but now that that bar's on there, I'll be able to give that a crack, and hopefully it doesn't come off. It'd be a bit embarrassing to get halfway up the road, the old cover's flying around out the back, but we'll find out. And that's it. You see the quality of this thing. It's the way it's designed. This pulls this back down with these elastics. They're real tight to get down up underneath the prop there. They pull that down, holds the leg nice and solid. And even, you know, they've got the split covered design here on the corner, so it's got this elastic that goes around there to pull that down after you've pulled this other piece back around the back there, and it pulls the rope up under the chine, pulls the rope up under here, right up under there. So, and the idea is that because that's a smaller diameter under there, then it won't come off. So hopefully that's how it'll work. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys later.